In 1984, the biggest financial risk in sports history wasn't a mega transfer or a stadium bond. It was a pair of sneakers. This is the story of the Air Jordan, a brand that transcended sports, defied rules, and invented the multi-billion-dollar sneaker resale economy. How did a rookie's partnership transform an underdog brand into a global empire? And how does one retired legend
continue to earn massive wealth from that single legacy, decades later? The answer lies in a masterclass of manufactured scarcity, rebellious marketing, and the strategic control of supply. This is Air Jordans, the sneakerhead economy. To understand the risk, we must return to 1984. The basketball footwear market was dominated by established giants like Converse and Adidas.
Nike was a minor player, desperately seeking a radical shift. The sneakerhead economy.
Enter the rookie from North Carolina. At first, he wasn't keen on the underdog brand. He preferred the established giants. But their pitch was revolutionary. They wouldn't make him a spokesman for an existing line. They would build an entire brand around him.
The contract was unprecedented. A 5-year, $2.5 million deal, 3 times more than any other player endorsement at the time.
This was a colossal gamble for Nike, who set a safety clause. If Jordan couldn't sell $4 million worth of shoes in 2 years, the deal was void.
But the gamble paid off faster and bigger than anyone imagined. Upon the launch of the Air Jordan 1 in April
1985, the public reaction was instantaneous and explosive. Instead of $3 million in 3 years, the Air Jordan line generated a staggering $26 million in revenue.
In just the first year alone, this 42-fold return on investment in year 1 didn't just save Nike, it
repositioned them as the future of athletic marketing.
The phenomenal financial success of the Air Jordan 1, turbocharged by a stroke of pure, rebellious marketing genius, courtesy of the NBA.
The original shoe's black and red colorway, designed to match the Chicago Bulls, violated the NBA's strict uniform code,
which required shoes to be at least 51% white.
The consequence? Michael Jordan was fined $5,000 per game for wearing the non-compliant shoes.
Nike didn't back down. They calculated the fine, an ongoing expense, was cheaper and more effective than any advertising budget. They decided to pay every single fine, turning a penalty into a powerful narrative of defiance. They launched the iconic banned advertisement. This controversy was a free, global publicity machine.
The shoes were no longer just athletic gear. They were a symbol of rebellion, identity, and counterculture.
This genius move helped sell $70 million worth of Jordans within just 2 months of release. They decided to pay every. The Air Jordan line's perpetual value relies on a core economic principle that Nike perfected: artificial scarcity.
Nike could easily flood the market with unlimited quantities, but they consciously choose not to. Why? Because restricting access makes people want the product more.
This tactic transforms a consumable good into social signal. Owning a limited edition Jordan isn't about having a shoe, it's about having status, winning the exclusive drop, and signaling that you belong to an elite community. Nike further
fuels this.
Nike further fuels this with the retro release strategy. By re-releasing classic Jordans from decades past, they tap into
both collector nostalgia and engage new generations with the legacy. Every release is a cultural event, ensuring the emotional and financial value of the brand never depreciates. This manufactured scarcity is the foundation for the entire secondary market, where the shoes leave the
retailer and begin their new life as tradable financial assets.
The shortage created by Nike propelled the shoes beyond retail and into the billion-dollar resale economy.
Blazer. The global second-hand sneaker market was valued at $4.5 billion in 2023
and is projected to reach over $14 billion by 2032. Air Jordan dominates this market, holding the largest share at 28%.
On average, Jordan sneakers resell for 59% more than their original retail price.
Platforms like StockX and Geo8 function as the stock exchanges for this new asset class. They provide transparent pricing and authentication, profiting by charging a transaction fee,
Often between 6% and 9.5% on every single sale.
But the true financial value is seen in the auction house.
In April 2023, a pair of Air Jordan 13s worn by Michael Jordan during his final championship,
The Last Dance, sold for an incredible $2.2 million. This sale broke the previous record set by Jordan's own sneakers, cementing his position as the most valuable athlete
in sportswear memorabilia history. It proves that these shoes are not just fashion, they are ultra-high-value investment collectibles.
Four decades after that initial risk, the Jordan brand remains Nike's strongest division. In
2024, the brand's annual revenue reached a staggering $7 billion.
But the most astounding financial detail belongs to the man himself, Michael Jordan. Air Jordan's 3D animation.
As part of his ongoing licensing deal with Nike, Michael Jordan is entitled to approximately 5% royalty on all Jordan brand sales.
Thanks to the brand's incredible growth, Jordan's annual earnings from these royalties alone are estimated
to be between $330 million and $350 million.
Consider this. Michael Jordan made $94 million over his entire fifth and season NBA career.
He now makes over 3.5 times that amount every single year from his shoes alone.
He is the ultimate example of transforming athletic greatness into a passive, perpetual income stream. The Air Jordan brand proves that in modern consumer economics, risk, defiance, and control are the greatest assets. By mastering artificial scarcity, Nike didn't just sell millions of shoes. They created an emotional connection that allows a product to constantly increase in perceived value, long after its original use is gone. The question is no longer if the Air Jordan will endure, but how much higher that 5% royalty stream will climb.